Good afternoon internet and welcome back to the channel. So it's Tuesday morning excuse me, it's the 18th of March and yeah, look at this, not a bad day. It's still a bit nippy. I've got conflicting temperatures here. So the Garmin says it's 12 degrees and the and the bike says it's 14, so there you go. I'd say it's about 11, 12. Right, okay, so today I'm out on the Guerrilla, and bear in mind, this is the first time that I've taken the bike out since I fitted the BMC air filter. It gives it a little rev. Now, I've literally been out 5 minutes, and I've got to be honest, I can tell the difference in this, and I'll tell you where it shows up the most. Is what I've found with this bike is it doesn't like low revs. It just doesn't like low revs at all, and it tends to be a bit jerky and jumpy. Well, since I've put this in, it seems to have taken that. It's smoothed it out. Now, when I fitted it in the Himalayan, it made the response throughout the gears on the Himalayan so much better, and this is doing exactly the same thing. It's again, it's much smoother throughout the gear range, and you know, I'm in 5th gear now. Now if I was to put this in 6 at this speed normally, it would be quite jumpy, but it's not at all. It's smoothed the power deliverance out, made the engine breathe better. So yeah, that's my opinion. I think it's great. I think it's made a huge difference to the running of this bike. Now, I'm not going to go too far today. In fact, I'm going to have a little run to a place called Pontleby, which we've been to before. We've been to Pontleby before. I just want to see how the bike behaves. I mean, I can't get over this. Being in 6th gear at 75 kilometers an hour, you couldn't do that before. It's certainly made a difference. Right, so like I said, we're going to Pontleby. I must apologise for the last video that I put on, because I forgot to put the names on. But you know, it's me, you can't expect everything, can you? I do try my hardest. It's a miracle I remember to put the video on half the time. Hey, old age creeping up on me. Well, no, it's not really creeping up on me. It's already there. You got to watch this corner here. Always a bad corner, this is. Lots of gravel. I don't know why, but there's always gravel there. Anyway, not to worry. And this one, although this one's not too bad at the moment. So isn't it nice to have a bit of sunshine, eh? It just makes, although like I said, it was chilly this morning. When I got up this morning, which was about 5:45 this morning, I'm an early riser. It was about 2 degrees, so yeah, it's the sun's slowly starting to get a bit of power in it, which does help. Now this is this big campsite here. I take it they're all going to be I believe they open up in a couple of weeks' time for Easter. Well, 1st of April I think they open. So they have a better year than they did last year, because they didn't do at all well then. Do you know, this has made this bike so different. It really has. It's actually a lot nicer to ride now. I always found this bike to be very jerky at low revs, which I don't know, it just but this is great. That was my fault, by the way. That was trying to go slow round a corner in fifth. I do like these high flow filters, or whatever you want to call them. You know, it just lets these engines, or any engine, breathe to its full maximum, you know, and that's what it's all about. The bike even sounds different, certainly rides different. So yesterday I was back at the surgeon, well, to see the surgeon who performed my operation this time last week, and I had to have the full scan again, you know, just to make sure that all the blood is flowing as it should be and where it should be and everything else. And I'm very happy to say that it is, but I already knew that, because, and so did he the minute I walked in, and he said, right, get your kit off so we can get you on the scanner. And he said, oh look, he said, you have 2 feet that are now the same colour, whereas before my 1 foot was a shade of blue compared to the other one, which was a normal foot colour, sort of, yeah. And so he saw that and he said, well, that's a good sign, which obviously it is. But he did the whole scan and that, and he said, no, it's fine. He said, you know, it's working well. But what he did say is that when you have damage to any artery after an accident, it can, you know, it can collapse again. It can, or whatever it did. So I got to go back in 6 months' time, which is in September, the 5th of September. I got to go back and see him, and hopefully, if everything's okay, then it'll be once every 2 years, probably for the rest of my life, because, as he said, you know, the last thing you want is for it to collapse again and go undetected, because of course if that does happen, then, you know, you can get thrombosis and clotting and all the things that we don't want to happen. So but the outcome at the moment excuse me, the outcome at the moment is pretty good. So you know, the whole thing for me now, after the operation being a success and the insoles working, I'm slowly getting back to being as normal as I ever was, which I'm not too sure I was ever normal, but still, never mind. The wife will tell you that I'm definitely not normal, but hey ho, there you go. So of course the annoying thing for me is that, and I know it's no big deal, you know, going to the hospital 6 months time and then once every 2 years, it's not a huge deal, is it? Let's be honest. And it's for my own benefit, and I get that, but the annoying part for me is that, really speaking, this should have never happened in the first place. You know, this accident that I had was down to the staircase in the garage not being up to standards, and certainly not being maintained by the owner of the house, because, you know, the house that I'm in is a rented house, and therefore it's, you know, the landlord has a legal obligation to make sure that everything works. Now obviously that wasn't the case, and it's not the only thing wrong at the moment with this house, and that's about really all I can sort of say at the moment, because it's like I've touched on before, it is now in the hands of a legal team, and obviously various reasons I can't really say too much about it. But one thing I will say about it, I should have gone then, shouldn't I? But still, never mind, I'm sat here talking. Oh, there's another one there, but hey ho. One thing that I will say about it is, like the medical system in France, the legal system is just as good, and it's there to protect you if you are in the right and if you abide by the law. And so it's a long-winded process, there's no two ways about that, but I think it's all about basically that, you know, if you haven't done anything wrong, and you or me as a tenant of a rented property, I have an obligation to maintain the property on a certain degree, which I've done that, you know, and my other obligation obviously is to make sure that I pay my rent on time. And of course I've been with this family now for probably, I think it's about 13-14 years, and in that time we've had a marvellous relationship with them. It used to be the dad that owned the house, and he was a really nice guy. Sadly, he passed away a few years ago, and then it went down to his eldest son, and that's when it all started to go pear-shaped. But still, never mind, such is life. But yeah, so, you know, all this that I've gone through over the last few months, well, a bit more than a few months now, because my accident happened last May, so, you know, we're just shy of a year really. Wasn't my fault. And one of the annoying things to me is that my landlord hasn't even come round and inspected the staircase, showed no interest in it whatsoever. You know, couldn't be bothered, couldn't give a toss. And so the only thing that I can say is, you deserve everything that's heading your way. Anyway, on that note, we'll end it, because there will be regular updates, no doubt. Back to the bike. So look at this, eh? I tell you what, I know I do harp on about things. Once I'm like a horse with a bit in its mouth, you know, it's made a big, it really has made a big difference to this bike. I'm so pleased that I changed the filter. I've put these sort of filters in my bikes for years now. I had them in the BMW, I had them in the Suzuki, because I really do believe that it changes the running of the bike, makes it run a lot better. And of course, let's face it, your fuel economy becomes better, and in this day and age of ever increasing fuel pricing, we want to squeeze every bit out of the bikes that we can. You know, we all love riding our bikes, it's absolutely brilliant, but they don't run on fresh air. I mean, touching again on when I used to tour on my BMW, I mean, okay, you know, it was a really nice bike to tour on, and you know, I could carry all the luggage with ease, you know, I mean, it was great. But the fuel economy was actually a lot worse than my car, you know. It used to get through fuel like it was going out of fashion. And I mean, okay, I mean, I don't tour these days with loads of luggage on and all that, but I still enjoy going out a lot on the bike, you know, especially in the summer. Hopefully this year even more so. I mean, last year, due to the accident, I didn't ride the bikes much at all, but you know, now I'm on the up and up, hopefully, you know. I'll have more chance to do a bit more on the bike. So yeah, you know, and the last thing that you want to be doing is throwing in loads of fuel money. So I mean, these Royal Enfields are an economical bike as it is. So when you go putting in these filters, it just makes them a bit more economical and makes it a bit more easier on the pocket, eh? I gotta be honest, these bikes are immensely fun to ride. They really are, eh? I was watching Ian Hughes yesterday, I think it was, and I just couldn't get over the state of the roads in the UK. I mean, I commented to him, it's been a few years now since I've been back to the UK, and when I was there, the roads weren't that bad, you know. They were acceptable, they were fine, really, you know. But now, I mean, the roads are awful. They're just, I mean, you don't realise, I mean, I take this for granted. I mean, like this road that I'm on now, I mean, this is a normal everyday run-of-the-mill road, you know. But it's, I don't think, I mean, obviously somewhere in France there's got to be bad roads, you know. I mean, I know I paint France as being, oh, you know, its medical system's great and its education's great and everything else is great. And obviously, no matter where you live, this is Planiver-Laneur, the one I can never say. I will stick it up on the screen. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously got its drawback, and you know, when I talk to our French friends, they've got plenty to grumble about, and I say to them, I say, do you know what? You want to go and live in the UK for a month or two, you might change your mind. But yeah, you know, the roads he was on was, I mean, not every inch of every road, obviously, but there's a lot of them that aren't really good at all, you know. And we're so lucky here, it's unbelievable. You know, the roads here are absolutely brilliant. It's a bit chilly when you go out the sun. It's not that much warmer when you're in the sun, to be honest, but oh, there you go. I didn't quite want to do the crossing. Now this is the one you got to watch, because it's all strange. Like this guy here, this one has the right of way here. Priority of drop. Hey, basically he's got the right of way from the right. Strange, hey? Strange. I see so many people in the summer, you know. You get the Brits come over on holiday, and you know, they don't know that exists. I mean, I got to be honest, I mean, I love France, but I do think that's an absolutely stupid rule. A lot of my French mates think it's a stupid rule as well, but you know, obviously someone thought it was a good idea. Why? I really don't know, but hey ho. It keeps us on our toes, yes. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about now. Oh dearie me, the train of thought has well gone this time. I'm just going to enjoy the ride, I don't care. Yeah, look, a biscuiterie there, or whatever you call them. Basically that's where they make the biscuits. Well, the weather's supposed to warm up, I believe, quite a lot this week. I tell you what, I can't really do it on this road because we're already up to the limit, but it would be interesting to see how the acceleration has changed if we're getting a bit of a decent road from a standstill, because it feels a lot different. I certainly still intend sooner or later to change these set of tyres. I'm still not completely happy with these, and I don't 100% trust them in the rain. I really don't. I think in the, you know, in the dry weather, I think they're fine. I think, you know, in fact, I think most tyres, no matter what brand you've got on, when they're in the dry, I think are fine, but in the rain, and let's face it, living where I live, we get our fair share of rain here, so I just don't particularly trust these fully. I really don't in the wet. And I know people are going to say to me, nah, that's not the case, you're talking a load of rubbish. Well, I probably am, to be fair, but it's how you feel, you know. It's your trust, I suppose. You know, I mean, I've always been Michelin, and I trust them fully. I've done so many miles of touring on Michelin tyres in all sorts of weathers, real bad weather, and never ever once had a problem. So I trust them at 100% in any weather. Whereas these are, I don't know, but anyway, but it's not going to happen yet, because like I said, one thing I'm not tight, but I'm also just can't waste money. I just can't do it, so yeah. I thought he was going to pop in and get in the top box then, he got that close, but hey ho. So this is Pontleby. Strange little town. Well, it's not little really. I mean, it's quite nice. We'll just have a look at the estuary, and then we'll have a little ride somewhere else. I like this building here, this on the left there, look, and that's where you used to, well, you still can, La Via Municipal. I'm probably saying it wrong, but never mind. But years ago, that's where everybody went and they washed the clothes, yeah. And I'd have loved to. I love old-fashioned things, you know. I really do. I know we all have to move on with technology. I get that, but I like the old-fashioned things in life. I personally don't think you can beat it. I really don't. I suppose that's why I like these styles of bikes. They're all retro bikes, you know. I love the old 60s and 70s bikes. Hi. I think we have our gypsy friends staying at the moment. A traveller's paradise. Anybody want a tarmac drive? If you do, this is the place to get it. You could have done that a bit earlier with the old indication, mate, but hey ho. Yeah. Got this little bit here, obviously the tide's out. Actually, if the tide's out, there's probably, you know what, I'm just going to swing this round here because there's not going to be that much for us to see here. We can't really. I'm muttering to myself again. I know I am. I'm just thinking, actually, no, I didn't think so. You used to be able to get through there at one stage, but they've blocked it off now. I'll tell you what we might do, you know, seeing as we're here. I've just had a thought. I have these things occasionally. Right, bear with me for 5 minutes and we will. Oh, I should have actually gone as I was got myself in the cycle lane then. Oh dear. Too busy thinking of where I'm going. Let's have a think for a minute. I think we're going back down here. Go this way. I did that because these cycle lanes, the last time I come round here, just that wasn't there. Right, what we're going to do is we'll hang a right here. And I don't know whether this will go, but if we can get to Plummer from here, which I think we can, we'll go and have a quick look there because there's the flowers there, there's the tulips and everything else, and now whether they're still actually all intact after all the horrible rain and wind we've had over the last few days, I'm not too sure, but we'll go and look because if the fields are still all in bloom, it can be like really nice, yeah. New building going up there. So I'm just trying to think. Right, I think we want to do a left there, and that should. This geezer here is really beginning to annoy me. There's always, do you know, I've never known why they think that riding right behind, right close up to a motorcyclist is going to get him out of the way, or anybody else for that matter, but it's so annoying when they do it. Anyway, right, we'll have a look here. I'm just trying to think of the way now. It's not too far, but if we can see the fields in bloom, it will be nice. Let's have a look at this. I mean, I could stop and I could put the sat nav on, but Pontler B, I think it's down this way here, but we're going to look anyway. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to go this way. Let's give this a little bit of a blast along here, shall we? Look at that. Yeah, I'll tell you what, certainly made a bit of a difference to the running of this bike, putting that filter in. Right, let's have a look at here. Where are we here? Loch Tudy, it's got to be around here somewhere, so we'll have a look at this, shall we? Penmarsh, Gilverneck, Plummer, there you go. I think we've just did a bit of road works here. Attention! Modification, the circulation, you don't say. Okay. Nice and easy, does it? I'll tell you something else that I've noticed as well here. My this suspension, when I first had this bike, the suspension was very hard, you know, but I've noticed now how it's started to not soften, but it's relaxed a bit again. You know, it's worn, and let's face it, it has me sitting on it as well, so you know, got to make a bit of a difference, hasn't it, eh? What are we doing here? 1,195 kilometres we've done so far, so yeah, we're going to hit the 1-2. We'll soon be at that magical 1-5, eh? It's been a while since I've been out here. What's the temperature say? 15 degrees on the bike, and it's still 12 degrees on the Garmin. Oh well. Yeah, mind, eh? So the bike's going up. But the Garmin, I personally reckon I'll go for the Garmin, right? 15, 13, I don't know. Yeah, difficult to say really. Right, so this is Plummer. See? Plummer. Now I'm trying to think. It's been absolutely cooked. Well, hang on. tell you what, and I know I'm going to keep saying this, but the difference in this bike since I've put this filter on is so much better. It really is. You know, why don't they come out the factory with these already fitted? You know, why don't the manufacturers of motorcycles make this sort of filter themselves, you know? It can't be that hard, can it? Let's be honest. Right, now I'm just trying to think where. Actually, I think if we just go from here and we head towards the Point La Torch, or I'm pretty sure that we'll go through where all the flowers are. We should be able to see them in the fields. Yeah, Pen Marsh, super. Right, so if we head towards Pen Marsh, I'm pretty certain that we should see them. This is all changed since I was here last. That's for certain. Okay. Fit the flowers. Okay. Fit the flowers. It's saying he's up here. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll go this way then, shall we? Well, as yet, I can't see any flowers anywhere. I can see fields, I can see grass in it, and I can see ploughed ones, but I can't see any flowers. That doesn't mean to say that there won't be, mind you. Okay. Well, this is just a sort of a bar thing here, so hope we ain't missed it. It'd be a shame if we had. Mind you, I could have sworn a few trees down here. Something up there, but it's definitely not flowers. I mean, they don't look very bulby in there, you know what I mean? If that's what I'm looking for. Some funny grass things. I've just got a car behind me here. I'm just gonna let him go past because, oh, camping the torch. So, hang on a sec. Well, I gotta be honest and say, but we will go a bit further. It's a funny island, isn't it, eh? Oh, hang on. What have we got down there? Well, they all seem to be... I wonder if they've covered them up because of the weather that we've been having. And it's beginning to look like that. Yes, Mr. Taxi Driver, come on then. Don't want to stop you. Now you see, this is the expo thing here, but to be honest with you, hang on a sec. There's a lot of camper vans there, but I still haven't seen. I think we're a bit late. I think because the actual exposition, you know what I mean, where they show the things, exhibition, that's the word I'm looking for. It was a couple of 3 weeks ago, so, and the rain and the wind that we've had, I'd say, oh hang on a sec, did I see a glimpse of something through there then? I'm not too sure, hang on. Well, there's some daffodils down there, but I don't know if you can, I swear you can smell them. I love the smell of cut flowers. Not that these are cut, of course, because they still look like they're growing in the ground. Right, hang on a sec, I wonder if we can, no, I don't know, I don't think that we're going to be able to. There was like a few in a field, but there was nothing what you call much. Now, I don't think we're going in the right direction. What's this, a chapel? I don't know what's up here, huh? Should we go and have a look, shall we? There's like a little pond there, look. See, now this is the difference with this bike. Look at this, riding at these really slow speeds. Before it would be quite jerky, but it's not now. In fact, you know, it's totally different now. Yes, anyway, back to the flowers, shall we? Which, I gotta be honest, I can't see any. Oh, there you go, look, 1,203 kilometres. Well, I don't really know where we are. And I certainly haven't seen any flowers, but never mind. Oh, look at this little house here. It looked like a sort of a, like a little roundhouse there. See it? I don't know if the GoPro's getting that, but it's like a, see? Well, you won't really, I don't think you'll see it because it's, this is a sort of area some mad dog comes leaping over the edge at you, isn't it? Huh? I know I say that all the time. I've got this thing about being rolled over and flattened by a dog. Normally it's deers that you get here, like loads of them. Right, okay, well, I think this has been a bit of a no-no. Plumber, okay, well, I think maybe what we'll do is we'll go this way, and I mean, I did really only, today's idea of coming out on the bike was just to get a few kilometres on this with the new filter in and see how it did. So I've done what I wanted to achieve, get the CPU to reorientate itself. So yeah, I'm satisfied with the outcome. Would have been nice to have seen some flowers, but hey ho, not always the way. But certainly a change bike, certainly. Oh yeah, I know I was going on about this before when if by changing a simple thing like an air filter makes the bike different, easier, more responsive, which it does, every one of mine that I've fitted this to, that's exactly what it's done. I just, you know, it's not as though Royal Enfield or Suzuki or Honda or BMW or whatever are making their own washable air filters that they think, okay, we can make some money off them, because they don't. So it's just a shame that they don't supply you these bikes. You know, I mean, do a deal with BMC, DNA, or whoever you want to do a deal with, but I'm sure it could be done, you know. Mind you, I suppose the other thing is their dealerships then can't charge you for replacing air filters, can they? If you know what I mean. Right, so I'm not too sure where I am. I've got a sneaky feeling that where do I want to go to? I'm not too sure. I think I want to go down there, to be honest, so I'm probably facing totally the wrong way. I want to get back into the town so I can find my way home. Yes, which is definitely this way. I'm not even sure should I actually have come through there. It was a bit of a strange barrier. Still, never mind. It's all looking pretty good. No one's come running out and shouting, "You can't be there," as yet. Anyway, right, well, you know what? I'm going to pull in here because I'm going to end this video here for today. And it's been a nice little ride. But I'm sure you don't want to come all the way back home with me, so we'll call it a day on this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care for now, thanks for watching. Bye for now.